Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a way overdue layout share, and I will probably go a little bit quicker through these since I think there are videos for all of them. This month and during this time period, I've been doing scrap timber and also the rediscover your stash focus on using old supplies with new supplies, and all of my regular series. So I'll kind of go through these and note anything about them that I may not have said in the original video. This is a page using a lot of pink fresh frames. The prompt for scrap timber was heart, and so I put a mask, a heart mask there, and then stamped. And this is about saying goodbye to Barrett before he went to basic training, and the postmarks have to do with the fact that we're now exchanging letters with him, because that's the main way that we have to communicate with him there. And so I like this page. It has he took a bus there, and you know it's just kind of, you know, it kind of all of the stuff on the page sort of supports the theme to me. This is another Jimmy Buffett page called Margaritaville Has Lost Its Mayor. And my favorite thing about this was that there was this card with a beach scene that could be Margaritaville, because Margaritaville is anywhere you want to make it. And it was smaller than the window frame, so I just piled up embellishments to cover the empty area. And you don't know that that's not ocean there. I love that the orange hibiscus kind of matches orange shorts and the orange in his guitar. And that smile on his face just kind of typifies Jimmy Buffett for me. This one, I forget what the prompt was, what that one was. That's Mixed Media Mayhem and Scrap Timber. I was supposed to use scraps, texture paste, and splatters. So definitely a bunch of scraps in there. And the texture paste, I ran over the scraps so that it's on all three of these pattern papers, or these papers. And it's a photo with a lot of red in it of Ava eating ice cream at Brewster's, and so I put a lot of red embellishing around. This one may not have had a video. It's no particular challenge. It's something that I did because it was the 8th, and I had scrapped, I think, this photo before, and I just wanted to capture the whole conversation there. There were a whole bunch more. These are the same 3 photos with 2 different filters. And I used these frames from Vicky Boutin, Where To Next. And this is a very old pattern paper. I don't know. I just did it because it was the 8th and I wanted to do a John page. I hadn't done a John page that day. This is a silly one. I had this scrap, and this is the same pattern paper as that. I think it's just the reverse side. Yeah. So I cut it and then put it together there and put it on top of white paper. I didn't really want to do anything down there, and I kind of like how it came out. The prompt was stitching on this one, so I did fake stitching, and this pattern paper has nothing but stitches on it. And I used some pink fresh. This is Paige Evans, and the other embellishments are pink fresh. This is a an Amy Tangerine camera, and this is rub-on from 49 and Market, Spectrum Gardenia, I think. This is another one using some frames. These are Vicky Boutin frames. And these are some more photos, and they will go, this page will go in the album beside that first one. It was the same night, and just different people at that gathering to say goodbye to Barrett. So there's me and Katie and Sky and Barrett, and there's Allie and Barrett and Ava. So everybody's there except James, and then James is in this photo. So that's why those will go together in the album. And speaking of Barrett, it was his birthday while he was at basic training on the 10th of September. And so this is a printable from, and the tickets I think are printables from Scrap-A-Sketch. The rest of the paper and embellishing is from Toy Box by Steven Duncan. And I just love this guy with his foot over onto the stars. Photo that Barrett's head got cut off, and there's an old photo with the same expression, kind of that when he was trying to give a serious look. This one was done for Craft Plus challenges, and they had a color scheme of craft with teal and gold. And so they're little gold, these trees are made up of little gold dots. And of course I have a gold alpha for the title. This was on that same night when we were saying goodbye. So let me put it right here next to those. So those all go in the same album. And this is one with, I grabbed all three of these photos from videos that I took the night that I took Patrice to see Rick Springfield. And I kind of like the way this one came out. And this page was done using a premium sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch. And I stuck pretty close to the sketch, except I tilted my photos and frames a little bit wonky. And if I had that to do over again, I might do it straight. This is a scrap lift from the amazing Julie Taylor, and this was her original, and this is mine. These are photos from one of our earlier trips to Margaritaville. I can tell because these palms hadn't been frozen down to the ground yet. I used rub-ons. All of this mixed media is done with rub-ons, and I guess I did, the stitching here is stamps rather than rub-ons, but the arrows are rub-ons, these blotches are, all of that, and I got bits of paper from different things. The only thing that's not 49 Market are these. Those are those filtered photos of my own plumerias. And this is a turtle and a sunflower for me and John. And I'm gonna put this in here. This is another thing to do with Barrett's being at basic training, so I'm gonna kind of put it over with this. Anyway, this is a simple thing. This is all packaging. The prompt was Nuvo drops, and so I used a line of Nuvo stone drops there and there. This was the first care package, James called it, that we put in the mail to him. It had a bunch of stuff and some, I have a list of the stuff. I need to, there's an opening there. I need to print the list and stick it in there. And we all wrote letters to him. Okay. More Rick Springfield concert stuff. This was a sketch that had hexagons, and I cut my photos into hexagons and used one sheet of paper for all of the rest of these. And then I had some matching tags from some packaging. This is packaging right here, and this is a Vicky Bouton frame that the color matched perfectly. Some 49 in Market. This is 49 in Market, and I don't know where that came from. It's been knocking around in my stash, and I decided to use it. This is a page, let's see, what did I do this for? This was for Mixed Media Mayhem, stencil, Nouveau, and stamps. So I used a stencil and I used Nouveau. Well, first I brushed some ink, Distress Oxide ink through it, and then I put the stencil back over and used Nouveau drops as paint and kind of dry brushed it on there. I'm not entirely happy with it, but I was a lot less happy with it before I kind of fixed it. And then my stamping is this kind of shadow stamping. I brushed with a brush. I brushed on the ink, and then I brushed the ink onto the stamp and then touched it lightly to the paper all around. So that was fun. This one, the prompt was a cut file, and I had this You Make Me Sing, or You Make My Heart Sing cut file. I backed it with a photo of me and John from our road trip, and I put this rub-on in the middle of the page so that the word make would go over it, and it didn't show up very well, so I colorized the word make with some Distress Oxide ink. And this is a very old piece of, I think, basic gray paper. This is for the series called Mad About Mini Paper Pads. And so it's all about using 6x6, 6x8, 4x4s, whatever, 9x12, anything that's not 12x12, because we tend to kind of store those away and not touch them. So I had this Authentique paper pad, and everything is from there. These flowers are fussy cut from there, so are the butterflies. I tore some stuff there and then put another little butterfly. I think that is I'm not sure where that came from. I was thinking it was cocoa vanilla, but it may not be. They're usually a little different style. This is 49 in Market, and these hearts are 49 in Market, and I've had this little wood veneer thing for 100 years. So that was fun. This is probably my favorite page I've ever made, and you know why. It's because of the colors. This was the original. It's Victor Enriquez, and he had these beautiful, what look like hand-drawn plumerias kind of coming down there, and then he had his photo here, and there's like a little cluster built around. I absolutely love this. And he had some stenciling behind it in the pink, which made the yellow flowers show up really nicely. I did stenciling behind mine, but you really can't see it much. You could see it before I put anything else on it. It was great on the white paper, but this is a Bramble Fox title, and again, these plumerias are all the same photo of ones that I grew, and I ran them through, I think, about 20 different filters. These are my vellum tropical leaves, and it's an exceedingly simple page, but because of the brilliance of the colors. There's a little turtle there for me. There's a sunflower for John, a parrot because we were both parrot heads, some sunglasses because it's one of those photos that I like, but you can't see my eyes. And then I kind of snuck in a little rainbow because I had it on my desk, and it seemed like it would go with all the rest of the stuff I have going on. And it had this little fussy cut Cartabella camera. This is another one about Barrett being at basic training. One track mind here. This is a screen grab from when he was on a Skype call with Sky, his girlfriend. And she loves this page, and I hear she showed it to him and he loves it. But this Bramble Fox titled Be Happy, and then the extra little bees that came with it, just, I couldn't resist. This is my Bramble Fox challenge page. And I used a Bramble Fox stencil for this, where I just kind of shaded yellow, orange, and then pink colors kind of through the stencil. I started to do maybe the whole rainbow, but I think I like it better this way. And this is not a Paige Evans paper, and this is not. This is a pink paisley from a collection called Soiree. And this is from a winter collection by, I think, Doodlebug Design. But the flowers and this black and the green and the yellow and the orange are all, and these flowers are all Paige Evans. This is a page another Jimmy Buffett page with words to one of his new songs that is on an album that's coming out in November. A song called Bubbles Up, which sounds a lot, and a lot of people are interpreting it as a message to those he knew he was going to be leaving behind. So I just kind of quoted the song there and put his name. I used very old supplies. This was my Rediscover Your Stash demo of using old with new. This paper right here is an old, I think, Fancy Pants design. And I picked this side, of course, because of the bubbles. This is from the very first 12 by 12 paper block of paper that I bought before I knew what you did with 12 by 12 paper. I just thought it was pretty, and it came in all these colors. I still have a few sheets of each color left, which is nice. Another one of my parrots, and the rest of this is from 49 and Market Sunburst, Vintage Artistry Sunburst. And then this is another strip of that same basic gray paper that was on the other page. This is my monochrome page, so I picked green, as you can see. And I just kind of, I saw a page that Wendy Meffin did. I'm sorry I don't have it printed to show you, but, and hers was all blue. And so I looked through my Scrap Backwards kit and found this green, and then I started combing the kit for everything I could find that was green. And so this is all the stuff I came up with. Some of it's 49 and Market, a lot of it's not. But I love the way it came out. And I liked adding these little bits of pink in, and I think I added these stamps. I had torn them, and I didn't want to just leave them around. And there were some kind of pink centers here. So I just added them to the page after I finished the video. These are die cut from a paper in this collection. A lot of 49 and Market there. This page is diagonal design. That's to the prompt of diagonal design. These are some very old fussy cut flowers and some relatively new wood veneer or light wood. They're P13 leaves that I got in a Mind Scrap kit. This is a digital, there was a digital tag and a digital palm tree, and I digitally put the palm tree on and gave it some shadowing and then printed the whole thing. This and this together were the branding strip from a 49 and Market paper, and there's 49 and Market packaging behind the photo there because the color scheme was right. And this piece of paper, this pink tropical leaf paper from Pink Fresh, I think it's from the collection called Sunshine on My Mind by Cassidy Demkoff, is possibly my favorite pattern paper I've ever seen in my whole life. I wish I had 100 sheets of it. I love it. I would use it as a neutral. I would fussy cut some of those leaves. I would do all kinds of fun stuff with that paper. I love pink and tropical leaves printed in white on pink. Go figure. Yes, I love it. This is my purple page. I made this page. What was the, this was a sketch. This is a weekly sketch in Scrap-A-Sketch. And what was the day 20 of Scraptember was, what was the prompt? I'm gonna pull it up now and I will tell you. Stickers. Okay, so I wanted to use this sketch and I had just gotten a whole collection kit of the 49 and Market, I forget what terminology they use, but anyway, it's lavender. It's colorway. It's different. If you know 49 and Market, they put out different colorways. And I had mentioned one time that purple was my favorite color, and one of my subbies sent me this kit along with these cute little lavender jewels. So picking up on the flowers there, I used some more of that pink paper that I showed you that was from Pink Paisley and the green paper. These were scraps left over from that page with all the torn strips. And then all the stickers, these frame stickers and this and this and this and this. There's some puffy stickers and some cardstock stickers, label stickers. That's all from Pink Fresh, and this up here. And so I added a few sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps and some puffy sticker hearts and a puffy sticker title. And I love this page. I love those two photos, and I love the these stitching rub-ons were also part of what my subby sent me. This is another one I really love. The prompt here was on this day was wood. So I used a wood veneer title and some leaves and these bones and these hearts. But this was my product focus page, creative team page for Scrap-A-Sketch. And I'm using, she has in her Fallen Leaves collection, there is this striped paper, and you can see the stripes here. There's an orangey red, then a reddish orange, then there's a goldish color and a more beigey version of that gold, and then the teal. And I just loved it. So I cut 4 strips and did the weaving there. And then from her Adventure Trail collection, I printed this paper, which is an ombre, and it goes from green to teal and almost blue. So I cut some from the blue side and some from the green side and overlaid them. This, I think, is a pink fresh flower. These beach umbrellas are from Vicki Boutin, and these palm trees are Vicki Boutin, not printables, but I bought them digitally from AC Digitals, and then I printed them and cut them out. These are part of the Fallen Leaves printables. These are from the Icons, and I just love that this little fox looks like he's hunkered down like Reese is on my bed there. And of course I had to use the hedgehog. And this is the one that is not quite, this, as I'm filming this, there is, has not been publicized except on the Mixed Media Mayhem. This one is a combination of Mixed Media Mayhem, Pink Fresh Friday, and Scrap Timber. And the Pink Fresh, everything here is Pink Fresh except for the green vellum leaves. This is a Bramble Fox title and a Bramble Fox word strip. The recipe for Mixed Media Mayhem was vellum, fiber, and a pattern background. And the Scrap Timber prompt was pattern paper background. And then, of course, Pink Fresh Friday, it just requires you use Pink Fresh products. So these are an older collection of flowers. This is one of the newer collections. I forget which one, but I cut these apart and then used a stencil to kind of make the drippy part. And the fiber I used was this tulle that I kind of stuffed into the floral cluster. And then I used some sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps, including up on the flowers and around on the green paper. So it's a picture of Reese checking out one of the black-eyed Susans in our garden. So thank you very much for watching, and I will try to do my share a little sooner next week. Thanks. Or I may actually wait till the end of September, and that will end Scrap Timber, and then it'll be starting 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and also Load 1013, listen to me, 1023. Thank you for watching. And oh, I want to show you something else. I saw on Vicki Boutin's, her fan group on Facebook, someone showed a bunch of little clips that she had stamped onto scraps and then cut out. And so I've got my stamp right here, and as I come across scraps, I'm going to be stamping them. So I'm going to build a big collection of those. And I'm so thrilled because I love those, and I use them all up when they come on a sticker sheet or in a collection. I use them quickly. So now I'll have them to go with every collection I have. So I'm excited. Small things, right? Small pleasures. Thanks for watching. Bye.